push button.
Oh, that's right. I used to make videos. What's up, people? Here's the thing, and another reason I despise Apple Computer, and yeah, I got stopped out at basically 422 again. I thought I was ready to cash out at 440. But we got involved at 421 the other day, and we sold it at 427, and we got back in at around 422 again, and we wound up selling it at 422. Whatever. But again, half the reason I'm not making videos anymore as much is because Apple Computer sucks balls. And I'll be talking, and then the audio catches up to my mouth. Okay, so but hey, that doesn't matter. Let's assume this is gonna work. And I know everybody's been waiting for my take on this market correction. If you were reading my posts and you were watching me on StockTwits, I said I went to cash and went short the Qs at basically the highs of the year. We ticked one time above 70 again on the Qs, which got me nervous there, but reality set in. Listen, guys, as much as I've been this crazy, insane bull since June, there's only one reason the market's been going up, okay? One, there's nowhere else to put your money. And when that starts to wear off and reality starts to come in, earnings are no good, and this data point and that data point, terrorism, all that stuff starts to come on, sometimes that one reason starts to grow thin. You think, and other things start to matter. Because in reality, I don't know if you know this or not, I hate the stock market. By the purest definition, you're buying something with the hope that somebody finds it more valuable than you at a later date to buy it from you, otherwise known as a pyramid scheme. I know it's not the purest definition. Sure, it's really the purest definition of speculation. You're buying something here, hoping that it increases in value so you can sell it here. I get it, yeah. But it's all based on hope and fear and short squeezes. The bears get all confident that they see something in the market that they think is the reason for it to go down, but the government steps in, induces a short squeeze, and off we go for January, February, March, and April, and May, and blah, 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 right? That's what happens. Right? Let's test to see if this thing's working now, because I'm not going to keep going with the vocals going off, but I will restart, because this fucking piece of shit. So far, so good. So let's not talk about the market, okay, and how awesome we are. Let's imagine this is the first video you're ever watching of me, which it is. If it is, welcome to the party. Or maybe you've been following around for 5 or 6 years. I've got many questions for you. Where the fuck are you? If you're interested in the market, if you're interested in trading, if you're interested in making money, any of that appeals to you. If you're interested in trying to take $5,000 and make it $20,000 in 2 months, is what I've done for my 2 friends who have finally said, yeah, you seem to be doing pretty well. Maybe I should follow along. Because I've made friends now for life. I've got a couple of guys now that I know if I need to just borrow money from to live, if I'm destitute, living in the gutter somewhere. Not that that's going to happen because they'll be there to help me. I told these guys, they were asking me about Apple. And I said, what you want to do right now is sell Apple at around $690, $680, because this new, and I want to thank the new operating system. Thank you, Apple, for giving me a reason to sell and giving me a reason to dislike you. You took my phone and you changed the software, and every time I updated my phone, it started to run slower. That's not supposed to happen. When you update something, it's supposed to make things work better, right? No, because what happens is the software that you update on your old phone is the new software, and suddenly your old phone doesn't work as good. You think that's a plan? You think that's a plan to get me to say, oh, fuck, now I gotta get a new phone. Fuck you, and fuck your updates. So, I saw the new software had you taken my map app away. I've been living in Jersey for 7 years now. I have no fucking idea where I am, ever. Without my phone, I would be dead. Because, oh, just let me remind you, Garmin and TomTom and all those other GPSs, you can't put in road or street. Those suck. So fuck Garmin, fuck TomTom. The only thing that was good was the Google Map app on my iPhone 4. That was it. I could type in a name of a place, boom, it would find it and send me there. I'm on my way, turn by turn. Sure, I gotta keep looking down as I'm driving and I might get into an accident, but I'm gonna find my way there, motherfucker. So as soon as they took that away from me, I was like, hey, screw this shit. I'm already getting a little pissed off about Apple because my iMac wasn't working, and now I have an iMac laptop that's so old, apparently I can't even update it to get the new shit on it. So it's basically obsolete. That's bullshit. But I got this guy out at $680, and I got him into Google, and one went one way, one went the other way. I have a friend for life. But more importantly, and I gotta stop the video because I'm sure it's not working anymore, fucking cocksucker. Fascinating shit that this thing's actually still working. All right, so let's get back down to what I was saying. If you ever been in my chat room, maybe somebody told a bad racist joke 4 years ago and you haven't come back. Come back! Maybe you came in when we were playing music and nothing was going on. And you thought, wow, what's going on in here? There's nothing even going on in here. Come back! If you're thinking about getting into this industry, come back and talk to me. I'll tell you where to go. I'll tell you who's the criminal and who's not the criminal. If you're thinking about taking an education course, I'll tell you the guy that's charging you 3,000% more than you should be paying for any of these courses. If you've taken a course and there's no one there to hold your hand, come to me. I'm going to hold your hand. So let's take a look at what we did today following the two simple rules of my trading philosophy. If a company reports earnings and the stock gaps down and goes green, you buy it. Because that means the gap down was a false gap down. It was a sucker gap down trying to sucker people out of the stock. But more importantly, what we did today, snail dick. That is SNDK. We affectionately call it snail dick here at Hit the Bid. Snail dick reported their earnings, got smoked, but somehow, some way, they opened this fucker up today. Snail dick opened up at 56.61. Okay? When it had a low print of 52.14 and a low print of 51.30. Now, the conspiracy theory is that whatever the stock had got to in the aftermarket, chances are the algorithms will try to find some happy average between those prices. So we watched Snail Dick. As Snail Dick starts to roll over, we shorted Snail Dick. Next thing you know, 53.14 it hits. Unbelievable 3-point trade. And then, of course, there's another stock. Maybe you've heard of it. Facebook. Got to be the worst stock ever created. I hope it goes to $8, $5, $2, and I hope everybody at Facebook goes out of business. I hope they fail. I hope they get destroyed. And you know what? Just like anything else, it'll be just another fad. And it'll be Instagram, which Facebook owns. But it'll be Instagram, and it'll be something else. And then it'll be something else. And you know what? Who the hell knows? Maybe eventually nobody will want even an Apple phone. Maybe it's the next Nokia. Yeah, that's how it works. You just can't believe it, right? You know what? If you could show me something that's as easy and nice to use as the iPhone, I'll give it a shot. I don't like the Samsung. I don't like any other phone except the iPhone. So I stuck with it. But Facebook? Who gives a shit? The stock opens up, it rolls over, it goes red, you short it. That's it. There's not much to this. It's about having faith. If I told you something works 90% of the time, wouldn't you want to figure out how to put money on it? If I told you that the Yankees, 95% chance winning tonight, right? And you don't have a bookie, you'll find somebody that'll take that action from you, right? You're going to find somebody, oh, yeah, I heard the Yankees are going to definitely win tonight. I got to put some money on this. So if I showed you some trades every morning that work, not about moving averages, not about volume, not about stochastics, not about Bollinger Bands. It's just about momentum. Momentum that when we are obviously in a skittish market right now. So when a stock starts to roll over, you got two things working. You got the guy that bought the stock yesterday, doesn't want to lose his profits, so he's going to sell before it goes red. And then you get the shorters who see a stock going red and they see blood and they start shorting the stock. It's not that complicated. Doesn't work every time. And I hope the first 10 times it doesn't work, that you don't give up. because that's what makes it great. It's not supposed to work every time. But if you do it every time, and those are the trades that you stick with, you're going to make money, especially if you're short Facebook. This stock is the worst. The worst. It's so tainted, so hated, so unloved that they could have monster earnings, and I'm thinking nobody's going to give a shit. Nobody's going to give a shit. And of course, all bets are off if this thing could actually break. And again, as a trader, as much as I despise Facebook right now, and I've been pounding and saying every morning, just short this bitch. Short it, short it, short it. If it could ever get back above 28, 28.10, 28.15, I'm going to be all for Facebook, go to 30. That's the thing. You want to get an email alert sent to your house about a stock that I like? It's over, Johnny. Did you get your email about the snail dick short this morning? Too late. Did you get the Facebook email? Too late. Did you get the Qualcomm? Too late. And now we might actually be buying stocks. Who the hell knows? We were shorting the Qs, buying the VIX, and shorting everything in sight. Now it's over. So if you're just getting an email now, you're done. You got to be live. If you're going to be a trader, take it, be live, get on board, hang out, 9:30. We start trading around 9:45 normally. 9:45 to around 10:30, you're going to make a living. And then the rest of the day is just cake. One more thing before I go. All right, one more thing before I go. I lived through 9/11, as a lot of you guys out there have if you were in the New York City area. I was one of the guys running from the dust cloud, self-induced, because I walked towards to see what was going on. Again, you probably know my story. I'm not going to get into it right now. So obviously, I have a lot. When those bombs went off in Boston, brought back everything: anger, fear, everything. But I got to talk about one thing that I'm getting sick of. Of course, everybody posts all this stuff on Facebook. They try to make some poignant statements, some philosophical statements, just so people could say, oh, they could like your statement, you could feel good about yourself. But the one statement I don't like, and it was like a lot of people putting it up there, was this. I love how the American media makes such a big deal out of this when we've got bombs going off in Iraq and Syria and Turkey every day, and we don't report about it. Because we're in America. You understand, fella? You understand, guy? We don't care about what's going on in Syria. That's right. We don't. When a bomb goes off at the Boston Marathon, that's what we care about because it's happening to us. You understand? We shouldn't even have any of our people in Iraq, Iran, Syria. Bring them all home, protect the borders, and then let them do what they all do to each other. Kill each other over some sort of religion tweak from here to there. Oh, the Shiites and the Shiites and the Sunnis and the Shiites. Are we ever going to understand why the hatred runs so deep between these people? No, give up. When you can't figure it out, give up. Move on. It's not happening. Democracy, not taking root. Not happening. Nation building, not happening. Move on. It's not happening. We got the real enemy. The real enemy is these lunatics in Iran, these lunatics in North Korea. That's the real enemy. Why don't we put a little bit of an effort, why don't we clean up the streets of Bangkok? Why don't we go try to rule out genocide somewhere in South Africa? Why don't we go find where there's still slavery, put an end to that? If we're going to dedicate all this time and effort, let's go put our effort into a real cause. But again, with you guys, is white blood more important than brown blood? One guy said, dude, it's America. We're going to report about an American incident more than some bomb going off in Iraq. That's just the way it is. There is no, I'm not going to go and try to make up some philosophical reason behind it. That's the way it is. This is America. If you don't want to watch, don't watch. If you don't think we should be talking about the implications and be following the new story that's going to be taking place for the next 6 months until we catch these fuckers who did that, don't watch. Move out of the country. Go somewhere and suffer, because we're still the best country in the world, and the media is doing what they should be doing, you ignorant fuck. All right, eBay. We're buying it right now. $54. See that? We're trading live. Had a trigger at 54. Bang. Just selling it. 54. 566 shares I got. Sweet. 50. All right. Into the 56 and out at 56.19. Live. eBay's in play. You buy stocks that are in play when they break a whole number. Generally, you get enough momentum to get paid 15 or 20 cents. That's all I wanted. I wish I would have got the full 1,000. I got 566 or some bullshit. Made 19 cents on it. While I'm doing this, it's not that hard sometimes. Anyway, that's my take on the Boston thing. If you don't want to watch the news, go move to Iraq. Yeah, you want to do some good? Go move to Syria. Go become a humanitarian. Go figure it out. Go ahead. Beat it.